We have a very, very special appearance on the podcast today. He is back. Joseph Jetley is here to talk some Lions football. Rebelette, as always, I am here. Gotta talk Drew Petzing. That handsome bald man behind Joey right there. All right, Jet, welcome back. I know the number one question, like, out of the thousands and thousands of people that watch the show, I've been getting so many messages, and people want to know, where has Joey been? So welcome back. You look great. I love the hat.
Thank you.
How's it feel?
Thank you. You know, it's good to be back. I took some time to be with some family and discovered myself on an ayahuasca trip out west. And I think I'm fully back, and I think my takes are going to be hotter than ever.
Love it.
We love to hear that. I don't believe the story, though. The rumor is Joey left because he knew he was going to have to do stand-up comedy at the end of the season. And I didn't start that narrative, but people have been saying that. I know Ty was speculating that as well. So
I retired
and it
in
worked.
first place. I retired in first place. Now, were my NFL picks good the rest of the year? Full transparency? Terrible. That's why I turned to ayahuasca.
So a little bit of both. So both narratives. Okay, both narratives are right. He didn't want to do stand-up. He went and did ayahuasca, but you might be open to doing stand-up after ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
good.
Okay. All right, because that
I'll wear a
offer is going to
tail.
be back on the table at some point.
Ooh.
I'll wear a tail. I'll do the 999. I believe that there should be punishment for absence,
Wow.
and I take
We'll
full
leave that one up to the
responsibility for my actions. Yeah.
I love
I
that,
would
Ty.
not love a milk mile, but I would do a milk mile.
What's funny is that was your punishment. So well no, I know people are excited to see your face. So, and I'm excited to talk we have a lot to catch up on and talk some Lions football, talk some Drew Petzing. Before we get into that though, this is gonna be Joey's inaugural first time doing this segment. Rebelette has trivia ready to go for us.
Let's go.
All right. I think this one's a little tougher. I think. So I got one question. That's it for the both of you. And that question is, what was the first ever college football playoff matchup? Who played in the first ever college football game?
Oh, I know this.
Wait,
Do you?
can
Because
I ask a question?
the first ever college football playoff game.
Game. Yeah. I didn't think it'd be easy. You know it like that?
I know
I
it.
think I know it too.
2015,
It was
after the
Oklahoma?
2014 season.
It was
Jet,
Oklahoma.
you give your
Clemson?
answer, then I'll give mine.
I'm going to say Oklahoma Clemson.
I'm either going to look like an idiot here or I'm going to look really smart. But, Jet, you are wrong. It is Jameis Winston and the Florida State Seminoles against the Oregon Ducks. And Jameis had that crazy, sack fumble where he didn't get touched and Oregon housed the fumble for 6. I'm very confident in this, and I might look like
Do
an
you
idiot,
want to
but I'm
guess
just
the bowl
going
game, both of you? Do you want to guess what game that was in? What the bowl game was?
No.
That was the Rose Bowl.
Final from both of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
2015, the first ever college football playoff game was the Rose Bowl with Oregon and Florida State. Wow. Harley. That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
I remember vividly. Guess where I watched that game? I watched that game at Admiral
Soggy
Bird
vibes.
himself. No. Admiral Bird himself, Dr. Virgos' house. I was at Virgo's house. We were watching the college football game.
Wow.
There might have been some people in the room with us with heavy money on Florida State, and the mood in the room was bad because Oregon killed them,
Wow.
whooped them. I remember that vividly.
Yeah, it was 59-20.
Yeah.
Beat down.
That was the first college football playoff?
Yeah.
And then later that night, Ezekiel Elliott ran all over Bama, upset Ohio State, squeaks in the playoff, upsets Bama, and then Ohio State pummels Oregon in the Natty.
That's
Wow,
true.
yeah. I was thinking 2015, 2016. Because 2015, 2016 was Oklahoma Clemson, and then the other game didn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other game wasn't
Was that-
26.
Was that not
Wasn't
your
that
boys?
Georgia Bama?
that game didn't matter.
Wasn't that Georgia
That
Bama
was
in the
state.
Natty that year? Or
Right?
No, it was MSU Bama.
That's what I thought.
Oh, it was. You're right. I'm thinking the following year. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, I know that's a game you don't like to talk about. What was the score?
I think we almost scored at
State-
halftime.
Did State put up a point?
No.
There was an
I don't think so.
almost score at halftime, which would have changed the game.
I mean, yeah.
It would have changed the game.
There's a couple
If
plays
it
you
would-
wish you could have had back in that game. About 30 of them
Yeah.
if you could get back again.
I was gonna say, anytime Derrick Henry ran the ball, I think I wish we would have had that play back.
Yeah, that's brutal. That was a brutal matchup. I forgot
the
about
funny
that
thing is,
game.
it's like one of the worst national championship teams like ever. In the last like decade, it's like the worst team to win a national championship. It's only because of Derrick Henry. That team was not good. They just had Derrick Henry.
Oh,
But-
100%. I actually remember. I obviously am a big Michigan fan. Going into that game, I really felt like State had a chance, and then, and if I remember correctly, it really was a game. Like Jet isn't completely off base here.
Yeah,
saying
there's
it
a
was
little bit
game
of
up until half.
satire. There's a little bit of satire in what I'm saying, but there is a little bit of truth. It was 10-0 at halftime, and we did have the ball on like the 5-yard line, and I think we threw. Connor Cook threw a pick. I want to say, yeah, he threw a
Classic.
pick with like 2 minutes left, and then the third.
Yeah, I saw a
quarter was
video
good.
that team, that Bama team, in the last decade, they ranked the last 10 national champions, and they were down there with the Michigan team. So those are two pretty bad rosters in the last decade. Two of the worst.
All right, we got too much NFL
We should-
to talk
we
about,
should
so I'm
do-
going to let that slide.
I do kind of like Ty being on the pod because it is not just Michigan suck fest.
Yeah.
We should
Propaganda.
We should do a BBL Sports greatest college football teams of all time.
I am super in on that.
Yeah,
Next time we record, next episode, come
we'll
with
do
your
a
top
live
10.
draft.
Yeah,
top 10 ever?
10 ever college football
since
teams.
since 2000.
Adam, you're out of your mind if you put Michigan in the top 10 ever. You're out of your mind. They're barely the top 10 last decade. And there's 10 winners. And they barely sneak in. Whatever, we'll talk about that later.
I'm letting a
Talk about
lot
that later.
slide right now.
I'm leaving
letting
them
a
off
lot
my
slide
top
right
10
now.
in the last decade due to an asterisk, so I don't actually have them in my,
This Miami
decade
team
team.
beats them by 30.
Oh,
Go ahead, though. We'll move on.
oh my gosh, that is okay. Some wild takes coming from
Better-
you guys,
better
but I
roster.
just want to remind.
Better roster.
Listen, I just want to remind the listeners that if Stallions and sign stealing was so important to Michigan's success, wouldn't they have fallen off of a cliff after they lost Stallions? And they
They've been
no
back to the
longer
playoff, right?
they won the Natty. They ran the
No, but-
table. They whooped
Yeah, but
everybody
since then
they played the rest
they've
of the
been
season.
really good, right?
They lost their program. All right, we're moving on. we are moving on. We have to talk Lions. We have to talk the new OC. All right. Drew Petzing. We're switching gears. Let's get on the same page here. And I want to do this really quick. I don't want you guys to give your in-depth analysis yet. Just give me a quick. I want to see where we all stand before we dive into the Petzing stuff. Quick letter grade. What would you grade the Drew Petzing hire? Ty.
D.
Jet.
Was that a D as in dog or B as in boy?
That's D as in might as well be an F.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm going to give it a C.
I'm gonna go C minus. So we're everyone's on the same page here. We're gonna have a good conversation, I think. I'm gonna go C minus. Now, before we really get into why we graded it so low, I am going to play devil's advocate, and I am going to talk up why maybe Drew Petzing makes sense. Okay? And see if anything resonates with you guys, if anything sticks. So, Drew Petzing comes from the Stefanski tree. I really like Kevin Stefanski. He's good friends with Ben Johnson. He knows Ben. I believe Ben was in his wedding. There's maybe some familiarity there. He's coached with Hank Fraley in the past. He also has coached with Kevin O'Connell. I love Kevin O'Connell as an offensive mind play caller. And he worked with Hank Fraley on O'Connell's staff in Minnesota a couple years ago. As an offensive coordinator, his run games have been great. His passing game has been not so great. But what did the Lions struggle with all season? Getting the run game right and running the football. They just couldn't do it this season. It was Gibbs explosive or bust in the run game pretty much all season. So this is a guy that deploys a lot of 12 personnel, deploys more 13 personnel in the last 3 seasons than any other coach in the NFL. So his offense is ranked number 1 for 13 personnel over the last 3 seasons. We saw the Rams do a ton of 13 personnel. The league is starting to kind of move that way. So, all right, let's hop on the wave. His run offenses, when he had a healthy-ish team in Arizona, I don't really pay too much attention to this last season with all the injuries they had, but his run games have been 4th and 7th in 23 and 24 in the NFL. Problem with that is the passing games have really, really lacked. But he's focused on the run. A lot of tight ends on the field. Obviously, Trey McBride, look what he's been able to do as a pass catcher in the Cardinals offense. Is a guy that comes from Stefanski, comes from O'Connell. Now, anything I just said, did it stick with you? Did you like to hear that? Is there anything that makes you want to change your letter grade after I give the positive spin on Drew Petzing?
No.
Nope.
Okay. I agree.
Not at all.
I agree.
But
And before I dive deep into my take, I want to hear your guys' takes first. So, Jet, give us the thesis. What are your thoughts on the Petzing hire and why?
I'm going to give you something super boring, and then I'm going to go deep on it.
Okay.
Super boring is I have no clue what goes into a coaching hire like this, because obviously you want the flashy name and McDaniel or anyone. So many coaches got fired that you're thinking, oh, I want that guy. I want that guy in our system. So I truthfully, I'm going to trust the team and say we're doing the right thing. But if this isn't a right move, there are going to be questions asked from myself and probably fans everywhere, because why hire Morton to fire him after a year when we were the number 1 scoring team in the NFL? I get we didn't do well, but we were the number 1 scoring team in the NFL. And you know what happens when you're the number 1 scoring team in the NFL and you don't win? That means your defense fucking sucks. And so we're keeping Kelvin Shepard around. Kelvin Shepard is doing interviews. I didn't understand Aaron Glenn getting interviews, and I was kind of happy that he was leaving. But damn, I think Aaron Glenn was better than Kelvin Shepard. And Kelvin Shepard is taking interviews places, and I'm like, Jesus, somebody please save us. Somebody sweep him off us. I don't like Kelvin Shepard. So I think that I am not equipped to speak on whether this is a good hire or not. That's why I gave it a C, to try and kind of say neutral. But what I will say is whenever I hear somebody saying positive stats about them being fourth in the run game and seventh in the run game, or somebody saying, look at how well Jacoby Brissett did. Well, guess what? You're going to have a great run game when the box is not loaded because they didn't have a single fucking lead except for like, I don't even know, weeks 1 and 2. Like, they were trailing in every single game. And when it's 10-34, yes, you're going to get 5 yards, 6 yards of carry. And then, they weren't running the ball many times. Jacoby Brissett was averaging like 50 passes a game. And so, like,
threw more passes than any quarterback in the league this year.
Yeah. So, like, granted, I think statistically, sometimes the offense looks good on paper, but the offense is going to look good on paper when we're running prevent defense down 24 points. I mean, you don't really care to give up some yards because you're just trying to avoid giving up a big explosive touchdown. So personally, I don't love the hire, but I'm going to say that there are smarter people than me making the decision, and I hope that this guy's friends with Ben Johnson, and Ben Johnson had a talk with Dan Campbell and said, hey, this guy's the man. He's a real X's and O's guy, and he understands how to run an offense. And I think the biggest miss with Morton this year is, like, in game-winning drive situations, we didn't have the plays we needed, or we weren't methodically milking clock because we didn't have the run game. And I think that that's all going to stem from an offensive line, really. I think that that was our biggest problem. So I'd rather us, fix the offensive line problem than get some flashy new offensive coordinator. So we'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
I said a lot without saying a lot.
No, you did. And I think you make a really good point here. It's I have this gut feeling. It makes me really uneasy that we are so desperately trying to be excited about the hire. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
The fan base as a whole, when you're pulling out stats of Jacoby Brissett and that passing offense down the stretch of the end of the season, like, guys, they passed for this many yards down the end stretch of the season. Go look at the scores in the box scores of those games. To Jet's point, they're trailing by 20. The defense is sitting back in a shell, and they're saying, we don't care if you run the ball 5-6 yards a carry. Take it. We don't care if you're throwing little dink and dunks down the field and settling for a field goal. We're up 20, and it's the third quarter. Like, I hate the fact that we have to dig so deep and try so hard to make this hire sound exciting and make sense. So I'm with you on that. Ty, your reaction, your analysis.
Complete swing and a miss entirely. Instantly when he got hired, everyone went to Twitter. Obviously, the people who are trying to defend it, giving all the stats about the run game and all that nonsense. And I agree with Jet. Yeah, the numbers are great. The product sucked. Like, it's not like, dude, the guy came from Arizona. Like it could have been exciting. Like, it was instantly terrible. You can't bring a guy in from Arizona. And then they try, everyone says all the stats and stuff. The product is terrible. The product was awful. It's a Trey McBride merchant. He's Marvin Harrison Jr. too, who is not very good. He might score if he catches 3 passes. But it's like the talent was there. What's his name? Who's their back? The old dude.
James Conner.
James Conner. When he's healthy, he's really good at football. He's just never healthy. It isn't exciting. It isn't, especially in the sense of when we think that this window is closing. If this is a miss, the window is closed. That this is a miss of a hire. So I don't know how anything works in the hiring process. Apparently we didn't like Mike McDaniel, but that's one where at least you're going for a home run. You're going for a guy, that's like one where you're trying to win. This isn't a move that feels like we're trying to go win. It just feels completely random. But everyone that was part of this process is obviously a lot smarter than I am. So, I guess I'll trust them. But, if you were to tell me we're bringing in an OC from the Arizona Cardinals, it just is no good. It sounds no good. It looks no good. But I did see an edit on Twitter of him with hair and a beard. And people were like, if this is what he looked like, does that change the opinion? And not going to lie, I would be pretty stoked if he had hair and a beard. It was a totally different guy. Like, that guy, I'm like, all right, he could probably do something.
That guy could call plays.
Yeah, but it's just, it's not the guy that, everything about it. I hate it, but people who are smarter than me took care of that. So I guess we'll see. But Nothing great. Nothing great at all. Scares me.
All right,
But
so
it's also super easy to succeed in this offense. To his defense, or
yeah,
to our defense. I mean, I hope we're going to be a top 3 scoring offense again because we should.
Right, we were the
But
number one scoring offense in the NFL, and we fired our
yeah,
offensive
and
coordinator. It's like,
right.
wait,
So it's not
what are we
hard if he
looking
comes in
for?
and scores a lot of points. It's not like it's a huge success. It's I don't know. It's hard to fail in this. If he fails, good lord. But I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see.
All right,
Not stoked.
I have a ton of thoughts. I'm going to try to keep this as concise as possible. But what I want to say is, okay, the Lions offense in 2025, yes, top 3 in the league in pretty much every statistical category. Here's the problem with that is every top 10 defense they played, every big game that they were in. So, let's go down the line. Philadelphia, 9 points. At Green Bay with a healthy Green Bay defense, 13 points. On the road against the Chiefs, don't even get they barely cracked 20. The Vikings, both times they've played the Vikings, offense unable to move the ball. So those scoring, those yards, those statistics, those came in like week 2 against the Bears. You dropped 52 on them, or you put up 40 points on the easiest defense that you're going to see on your schedule. Like there's a lot of empty calories in there that I will say. And what I think the reasoning for that is the talent on this Lions offense is insane. So you go out against a bottom half defense in the NFL, just on talent alone, Jet could be calling plays and drop 30. I honestly believe that. Close. Maybe not 30. He can go drop 20, 24.
28.
28. There we go. 4 touchdowns. He gets in 4 times. But just off talent alone, they have the talent to drop points. When you play these top 10 defenses, this becomes more of a coordinator matchup and a chess game. And that is where the Lions, for the last 3 seasons, have had the advantage in almost every single one of those chess matches. Like, Ben Johnson might be the best play caller in the NFL. He's certainly in the conversation with the Shanahans, with the Kevin O'Connells of the league. So, to me, Morton was a swing and a miss. You fired your offensive coordinator. You took play calling from him because he couldn't do it against the good coordinators, the good defenses in the league. What I feel like this Petzing hire is a complete swing of the pendulum from the Morton hire. I think it's the exact same hire, but for a different reason. Last year, the Lions hire Morton, and you go in and you look at some of the critiques of Morton, and what it was is he doesn't know how to develop a run game. He abandons the run too quickly. He's got a really awesome passing scheme, and his teams pass the ball well, but they don't know how to establish the run, and they can't be consistent in the run game. What was the issue with the Lions all season? Jared Goff threw for 1 million yards, 1 million touchdowns. They couldn't run the ball. So what do? You go out and you hire Petzing, who's literally John Morton, but a 180 in the fact that he can develop a run game, and you can have a dominant run game, but when it comes time to develop a passing game, he doesn't have that on his resume. So I'm really frustrated with the hire because I just feel like, how is this any different than the John Morton hire? We're going to get into the Amon Ra video here in a second. I'm going to show you guys so you can react live, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. But why? My question to you guys, you're saying that you trust the Lions, you trust Dan, you trust Brad. I agree. They know more football than us, right? They should know more football than us. They get paid millions of dollars to do this. But Brad Holmes was GM of the year his first three seasons as the GM of the Detroit Lions. The last 2 years have been brutal as far as free agency acquisitions, as far as his draft classes go. Have not loved what he's done over the last 2 years. Also, do you want to put the Shepard hire and the Morton hire on Brad? You potentially can. I don't know how involved he is. When it comes to Dan Campbell, look at the OCs that he's hired. Anthony Lynn, fired him midseason, took over play calling. Then he hits an absolute grand slam on Ben Johnson. Then he hires Morton, swing and a miss. You fire him halfway through the season, and he is you take play calling from him halfway through the season. Now he's not a coach with the Lions anymore. Why? I guess what have Dan and Brad really done where we should say, I don't care who they hire as the OC, I blindly trust Brad and Dan to make the right decision? Isn't it okay that we question it?
Yeah,
Given
no,
the track
record? Anything. It's just I assume that they should know more than me. which they did.
They should.
So I'm trusting the fact they know more. That's a fact. They know more. No, you're right. It's been terrible, but I can't act like I now know more. So I'm just hoping to trust people who know more.
I just think the hardest thing that I have to get over is like one of my favorite things from a franchise is getting rid of a coach quick. And it sounds dumb, but like, when it's not working out, like get rid of it. You don't try and make something work. Like, I can't even believe I'm forgetting his name. But who's the Pistons coach? That we made the highest. Yeah, Monty Williams. We made him the highest paid coach in the NBA. And Tom Gores, I hate the guy, but to his credit, he said, that one's on me. He's not working well with our young guys. Let's get a new coach in here. And it worked. And I'm not saying that Drew Petzing is going to work, but we obviously knew Morton wasn't the guy. Because, once again, number one offense in the NFL. And we fired our offensive coordinator and kept the worst defensive coordinator in the NFL. That's the part that I'm just like, they obviously know something.
It's true.
Because I think if we didn't have faith in this team, you know what we would have done? We would have went out and said, McDaniel, here's a bag to be OC. Our window's 1 year. You're going to go get a head coaching job after. Realistically, we would have been leasing McDaniel for a year. Because McDaniel, with Jared Goff and Amon Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams and Jahmyr Gibbs, we would have been putting up 50 points a game. I know that for a fact. But you lose your offensive coordinator immediately the next year. And I think they're thinking about somebody maybe that we need to develop for long term.
That's fine. And I think it's okay for people to disagree with me on this. I hate that mindset. I hate that way of thinking. I don't care about next season. If you can hire Mike McDaniel and you think Mike McDaniel is the best option for this offense and going to put up the most points and potentially get you to a Super Bowl, I don't care about next season. And that's what I love about I hate the Eagles, but I love the Eagles at the same time because I'm jealous of the Eagles because that's what they do. That's what they're going to do. They're probably going to nail this OC hire, get some big name. I'm shocked. I thought McDaniel was going to end up in Philly. I'm glad he's in the AFC and he's out west. But let's talk about the McDaniel thing for a second.
Did he sign with the Chargers?
He is the OC for the Chargers, correct? Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
You got Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel coaching the same team, which is awesome. Some great attitudes out there. Question for you guys, though. When you read that report that there was mutual interest in Campbell really likes McDaniel as a person, but the Lions didn't see McDaniel as a fit. How do you read into that? And does that rub you the wrong way?
We're back to being irrelevant. It's done. It's simply done. It's done. That's exactly what I thought. I mean, I'm a little bit better now, but in the moment, it's like, dude, you guys are a joke. You guys are a joke. I don't care. I don't care how much he sucks. Jets right. We would have scored 50 a week. Okay? I just don't. There's guys you just don't miss. The guy can only coach offense. That is the easiest thing. Throw him a bag. I don't care. It's a Lane Kiffin thing. It's just you pay him the money. It is you get the deal done. It's gonna work. It made me so mad. So yeah, I think we're back to garbage.
Yeah. So
are we done?
I think that
Is
he
it
has
over?
we're not over. We're not done. I think that he has a little bit of I don't know if swagger is the right word, but he has definitely he puffs his chest out a little bit and likes to flaunt. And I don't know if that is the Dan Campbell way of doing things, and it could have been like a personality mash. But I will say, this is from a Packers fan today that I was talking to, guy at my gym. His take was that Dan Campbell is too proud to hire Mike McDaniel as an OC because he doesn't want another Ben Johnson situation where the offense looks really good, Mike McDaniel leaves, and then the offense looks really bad.
So back to your earlier point when you said you're releasing McDaniel. What if Petzing goes in and does well in 2 years or 3 years, he will get a head coaching job.
Yeah, no, that's
And
so
whoever, if they
true.
succeed, if anyone succeeds, they're gone.
Yes,
McDaniel was
but
almost a surefire success, which is why he'd be gone earlier. But if Petzing does develop into a good OC, he will be gone as well. So
yeah,
no
but
one's staying with us.
the thing is, I think you're looking for an OC that's going to be with Goff throughout the rest of his tenure, or like until he's bad. And I would say Goff's window is probably 2 or 3 years, realistically.
So that's the thing. Why not go for McDaniel? And it's not a secret this window isn't forever. We have an old quarterback. We have way too much. We have cap problems. I just don't. I mean, if it is at all guaranteed that McDaniel gives us the best chance next year, but next year only, okay. I mean, our division's just getting better. I mean, I just don't.
If I was
We're
making
going
the
the wrong
hire,
way in our division.
yeah, if I was making the hire, I would have hired McDaniel.
It's just tough. It sucks. Our division's good. We're probably regressing the most of anyone in the division. They're all young
For sure.
and good.
I mean, it's nice that the Vikings have the worst quarterback in the league.
That is true. We got bailed out. Thank God he went to school where he went.
By the way, that's the only thing that you guys get credit for in saying the Michigan Natty team sucked is how bad JJ McCarthy is in the league. I will give you that. And I'm
Name
glad.
one skill player. Name one skill player. Colston Love was the only one that was decent. He wasn't even
Please
there.
don't call him JJ. He's
he
9.
was there. 9. Yeah, my bad. No, 9. You got to earn my respect for me to call you 9. I call one person
Bryce
9.
Young exists, bro.
Yeah.
That is Bryce Young. Okay. Really quick, what I want to say on that article, and then we're going to watch this Amon Ra video, get you guys this raw reaction. But when I read that article, I want to know, what do you mean Mike McDaniel's not a fit? Jet, if you're going to say it's a personality thing and he's not made of the same stuff that Dan Campbell is, he went to Yale, he's more of a mathy kind of whiz guy, genius, and he's not like a grit guy. He's more of that smart guy, offensive coordinator, and that's why they didn't think it was a fit. Okay, I can buy that, and I hate it, but that's fine. If you're saying his offense isn't a fit, I have a massive problem with that.
Not his offense. His offense is actually like identical to the one that he had 2 years ago, or maybe it was even just last year, with Tyreek Hill being the fastest player in the NFL. It's now Jameson Williams, and the second fastest player that year was Devon Achane, and that's Jahmyr Gibbs. And then the third fastest player in the NFL that year was Jalen Waddle. And that's not Amon Ra, but I'm just saying, like, the characteristics of his offense are all actually there. And it's not like Tua's some mobile quarterback. Tua's a pocket passer, and that's Jared Goff. So, I mean, I think the personnel all lines up with everything that he would want in his offense. I'm more talking about, is he a bite your kneecaps type of hire?
Yeah. And he's not. I've made fun of the pants he wears on the sideline for like 3 years. And like, dude, if you were going to come coach in Detroit, you cannot show ankle on the sideline. We're just not going to allow it.
He would have
not
the
going to
buffs
allow
on,
you to
though.
show ankle on the side.
He would have the buffs on, though.
Yeah, I want the buffs. I want the AP on the wrist. I want all of it. I want everything.
But just my point is, you just said my point for me, Jet. His offense would be perfection in Detroit. We have everything he needs. He is one of the best play callers in the NFL. I don't put him in the same class as Shanahan, Ben Johnson, O'Connell, but he's a top-tier play caller in the NFL. So I'm frustrated. I know McDaniel was the flashy name. It's easy to say, oh, you're just a fan. You read Twitter and you think McDaniel was the guy because he's a flashy name. No, he was the best play caller on the market. And he's in L.A. with the Chargers now.
Or go get Dable. It's just the frustrating thing is the Eagles are going to go hit a home run.
Oh, 1,000% the Eagles will.
The Eagles do it every time. With Saquon,
100%.
Every move they make, they hit home runs, and they win. It's just the difference. It's night and day. So we'll see. But
all right. We are going to play a soundbite from the Amon Ra podcast where he takes a little bit of a shot at Lions fans, and I want to get you guys' raw reaction to this. Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Bro, I see crazy Lions fans talking crazy, like, oh, why would we do this? Like, bro, do you guys, like, have no trust in Dan? Like, in the Lions. Like, you think they would just hire a random dude? Like, be for real. Like, you think they don't know what they're doing? They don't do their research. They don't interview. Like, most of you guys don't know really much about anything, about any ball.
Wow. Wow.
And you're tweeting about a coach that was hired that you guys don't like because of XYZ. Like, it's just funny to me to see. Don't get me wrong, I love all Lions fans, but they are so quick to make, judgments about who we hired, who we did this. Like, bro, just relax. Calm down. Like, let the whole thing play out. Like, you guys just let it play out. Just relax. That's all I gotta say. Relax, man. Relax. I feel great.
Thoughts?
I mean, he's not wrong. He's a player on the team. What's he gonna say? Yeah, the hire sucked. No, that guy's drawing up plays for him to score next year. He's gonna defend him. He's not wrong. Yeah, what do we know? No, I mean, I agree, but I don't know. Still sucks as a hire.
Jet, raw reaction.
I mean, dude, he's spot on, and I mean, like, obviously there was a process. It's not like we were like, let's just go with this guy. Like, we saw something in him to hire him, and then also to Ty's point, Amon Ra St. Brown is going to be getting play calls from this guy. Could you imagine if he was like, I don't know what this hire is? Now, his only other option is to not comment, which honestly I think maybe would have been better, because you know what I promise will happen with these players in the media, and it already does happen. But as a podcaster, you get clipped, and guess what's going to happen if this offense sucks next year? That is going to get clipped.
The edits are going to be crazy.
The edits are going to be crazy. There's going to be clown music being played to some backwards pass to Amon Ra, and Amon Ra throwing an interception. If we are bad, and then that clip's going to get played, and you're just going to be like, dude, A, why didn't you shut your fucking mouth? And B, like, this hire was terrible. The fans were right. And then it's going to be an uproar. So I don't really actually love him speaking on the matter, although I do agree with him. Like, I have faith in the front office.
Okay. So I have a little bit of a different opinion. I thought you guys were going to have a different reaction too, but that's totally fine. I agree with a lot of what you guys just said. And again, can we just very clearly tell the listeners as well, all three of us hope Drew Petzing is the greatest play caller of all time, and the Lions win the Super Bowl, and he is like, we all look stupid because we hated the hire when it happened. Sure. That's what we all hope happens here. I feel like this attitude, you're seeing it out of Dan Campbell. You certainly see it out of Brad Holmes, starting to see it out of the players a little bit. And I don't love it. The attacking, I hate the attacking the fans and saying, oh, you guys don't know ball. You don't know what you're talking about. Here's the thing. You go back the last couple of years. What have Lions fans complained about? Lions fans complained about John Morton at the beginning a little bit. They were right there. It didn't work out. Lions fans have been complaining about the type of scheme and defense that the Lions run. They've had awful defenses for the last 3 seasons. Lions fans have been begging for an edge opposite of Aiden. And not Myles Garrett, just a competent edge opposite of Aiden so you have some type of pass rush. They refused to do it. The fans were right. I'm just saying, like, the last 3 years, the fan base has been pretty spot on about the holes and the gaps and the faults of this football team. So I just don't love saying, if you're a fan and you don't like this hire, you're an idiot, you don't know ball, and our fan base always loves to get upset. Well, yeah, what have we been upset about? We've been right about pretty much everything.
Yeah, I mean, we did ask for Myles Garrett and Max Crosby as well. We did beg for both those guys.
Not me. I've never said that. Well, I would have loved them, but
not to bring up the past, but remember when we did grades on coaching last year?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
should I try to bring that back up?
You should bring it. I don't even want to talk about it. Bring it back up for next episode. If you can pull the clip. yeah, I would like to circle back, see what we said about Morton, Campbell, and Calvin Shepard, because this is a similar situation where I would like to see this in 6 months or 8 months whenever we get some Drew tape.
Are we to see if we were right? Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find those the grades. I can tell you, Stark went A+ across the board.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stark, I think, gave every single coach and player and position group an A+
He did.
across the board. But I do remember, Jet, and I were pretty harsh on a couple fellas.
We were like 4-4 at the time, and Stark gave everyone an A+.
Oh man! And then we missed the playoffs. That was fun. Do you guys remember that? All we had to do was beat the Steelers and the Vikings, and we would have won the division. You guys remember that?
Yeah, that's the disgusting
Oh,
part.
good times. All right, let's get on. Let's talk NFC and AFC championship game. Just to wrap this up, though. Again, guys, we hope that Drew Petzing is the best play caller in the league next year. We hope he's a genius, that this is the right hire, and we're going to get things right. We are fans of Drew Petzing. We just don't love the hire right now. But
First off,
He
Drew
proves wrong.
Petzing, you're invited to my birthday this year. If you want to come, open invite.
crazy. Okay, let's. If anyone has any contact info for Drew Petzing, please drop it in the comments or DM us, actually, so we can get in contact with Drew and get him to Jet's birthday party.
Yeah, it's going to be my birthday's September 10th. Virgo, guilty. That is a Thursday before our first game, I believe. So if you
perfect.
want Drew and you get in contact with me, I'll even move my birthday back a week. So that way you have a little bit more time to prep for the game. But yeah, let me know, Drew. I like you so much. You're invited to my birthday.
That's big. He does. I don't think I've ever been invited to a Jet
No,
birthday,
and it's
so
my 30th.
that's like big time for him to invite you, Drew.
Yeah.
It's big, even bigger. And what better way to settle the nerves before your first game as a Detroit Lion offensive coordinator than go out for Jet's 30th birthday?
Yeah, for sure.
true. I'll be there.
Take the edge off. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Reblet Ty will be there, and he may or may not slip a couple play calls in your pocket.
They're just print offs of the Madden playbook. Like, hey, I think you should run this one and that one.
Yeah.
All right. We are going to finish here. Quickly going to break down the two games this weekend. Really
Wait,
quick.
can we go over playoff records real quick?
Yeah, we're going to get there, buddy. I promise. We'll get there. I don't want to talk. I don't even want to talk about it. Really quick, though, for a playoff that doesn't include the Lions, doesn't include Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, no more Josh Allen, how entertaining have these playoffs been? Like, I feel like I can't think of another year where there were so many good games, wild games, close games in the fourth quarter, OT games. I appreciate it. It was good.
Great stuff.
Good scripting from the NFL. All right. Let's break these games down. Let's make some picks. If you guys want the overall playoff records, Ty's 8-2, Adam's 3-7. Ty is
That
8
is so bad. You are
2.
terrible.
Adam is 3-7 in the playoff picks so
Can't
far.
miss. And I got some good ones today. I got good ones.
Thank goodness we didn't make a bet on this, by the way. Thank goodness we didn't make a bet on this. Now, what's also sickening about this is Ty, at the beginning of the playoffs, we made our Super Bowl predictions. I predicted Rams over Bills. Rams still in it. Bills out. Ty predicted Rams over Pats. He might get his matchup. So, all right, let's start in the AFC. Really heartbreaking if you're a Broncos fan, and I feel for him. I mean, what a brutal way to go. You make the AFC Championship game, and the second to last play of the game, you decide to run your quarterback. He breaks his ankle. Jarrett Stidham will start for the Broncos. They're at home against the Patriots. Patriots are laying 5.5. Jet, it's your first time back in a long time. Why don't you go first?
Do we do breakdowns or are we just giving picks?
Yeah, give a little analysis.
Give me the
Act like you've done this
fucking
before.
Broncos, dude. Give me the fucking Broncos, and here's why. Patriots, they were terrible last year. You know who was worse? Mike Vrabel coaching the Tennessee Titans. Dude, I think that this Patriots team is not that good. And I think the Broncos, I think their defense is some of the best ever. Top 15 defense of all time. And I think they will carry Jared Stidham, just like that defense carried a handicapped Peyton Manning all the way to the Super Bowl.
Wow. Coming out, firing.
I told you that
taking
ayahuasca.
Denver. Hits the ayahuasca once and takes Denver money line in the AFC Championship. Are you going as far to say that Denver not only covers, they win this football game?
Oh, they win the football game. Yeah. And I think we see Patriots fans. I hate Patriots fans. Like, you're going to have your basically the people that are just deniers and be like, oh, it was a bad game or whatever. But I think you're going to see a lot of the bandwagons that were Brady's that have hopped back on this train fall off immediately
like
and
Big
say
Cat?
they hate. Yeah, and it's. I'm thinking more like Jason Newman.
Yeah.
I think those people will then start to hate the Patriots again because they realize that this year was kind of a fluke and dumb luck. I think Drake May is in for a 3-turnover game. The combination of 2 interceptions, 1 fumble type game.
Wow. Okay. I have been torn on this game. I really, really have. And Jet just swayed me. I'm going to hop on the train. This is going to be a game time decision for me because the number's a good number, man.
No, the guy that went 3-7 hopped on my train.
Oh, that's right. Actually, I should fade myself here. But no, this is where I get hot. Here's the thing. Sean Payton can carry Jarrett Stidham.
Yes.
To be honest, it's not like Bo Nix was pushing the ball down the field a whole lot. Their pass game has a lot of screens, a lot of quick cuts, ins, outs. I think Sean Payton makes it easy for Stidham, and that defense carries them. Because I think it's going to be a lower scoring game, I lean Denver in the points. I won't go as far as saying I would bet them on the money line, but I'll take Denver in the points. Ty.
The look-ahead line here, before that game concluded, was Broncos -3. Okay? When Nix gets hurt, it goes to Patriots -5.5. Nix is nowhere near worth 8.5. Bet of the century on the Denver Broncos +5.5, and give me like 2.5 units on the money line. I think this is just a train wreck. Sean Payton, year after year, keeps re-signing Jarrett to them. He loves him. He loves this kid. This is his time. He's ready. The coach has faith. This defense is elite. It's over. It's over in New England. And the altitude, forget about it. I want everything in the world on 5.5, and give me half of everything on the money line. This is it. My Super Bowl prediction's done. Forget the Rams and Patriots. This is the defense of destiny. And Jarrett Stidham is the truth, might I add. I want everything to do with this. Everything.
Okay.
Home dog, give me that.
Is this
Can I ask you a question? I got some football trivia for you guys.
Please.
How old is Jarrett Stidham?
30.
I'm gonna guess your age. 29 turning 30 here in the summer.
He is 29, dude. He's in his athletic prime.
I'm telling you, this is weirdly obvious to me. Weirdly obvious.
Dare I say, Jared Stidham threw a better deep ball than Bo Nix at his time at Auburn.
That is very rough considering Bo Nix's last pass. Oh, at Auburn. I was going to say Bo Nix's last pass was a dot.
Oh, yeah. No, I just meant at Auburn, Stidham was pushing that thing down the field. The deep ball was active at Auburn. And then the next, it is kind of funny, the small world. And then Bo Nix was the next quarterback at Auburn. But, all right, I love it. Maybe a BBL lock of the week. I did not expect all three of us to be on Denver.
I love it. I love it too much.
Let's roll. All right, let's go over to the NFC. We go out west. 1 seed Seahawks hosting divisional rival Matt Stafford and the Rams. This is the best 2 teams in the NFC. This is what we want to see. This is going to be such a great football game. I can't wait to watch it. The Seahawks laying 2.5 at home. I'm not getting off the bandwagon. I love the Rams. I love the Rams. Although the Seahawks looked very good last week, scared me a little bit. I will not bet on Sam Darnold in an NFC Championship game. 0 chance. Give me the Rams plus 2.5. Ty.
I got a little weird one here. Give me the Rams plus the 2.5, but the Seahawks win this football game.
Call it
what you want. I'm just
You should
saying.
parlay that. Parlay money line with plus 2.5.
In the terms of us going against the numbers, give me the Rams. But I just don't think they have all the gears turning right now. I think
so you feel like maybe this comes down to chance to tie it, end of the game, someone goes for 2.
I'm just saying.
Gets it or doesn't get
29 to 30, 31, 29. No one knows how we get 29. Give me the Rams on the number. But I am now switched up on my Super Bowl prediction.
So you think it's
perfect
Broncos,
bracket, and I switched up on my semis, my championship games.
By the way, and Jet, we're about to get to your pick here, but Jet mentioned that defense carrying the Broncos. Never mind, I got it wrong. I was going to say, didn't they play the Seahawks in the Super Bowl that year? But no, it was Cam Newton and the Panthers. Never mind. I was going to make a point. Bad point. Jet, your pick, Seattle laying 2.5, Rams at home.
One thing I want to say, you can parlay Seattle with Rams plus 2.5. Guys, DraftKings Sportsbook plus 1,100 on that parlay right there.
Dude. Might be worth a unit or 2.
But no,
Wait, can you add Broncos money line to that as well?
Yeah, Broncos money line to that takes us all the way to plus 3,600.
Nice. I like that number, man. I'll text you. I'll give you a text later on this week.
I seriously think that the Seahawks are the better team, but I just can't bet against the Rams, dude. Fun fact for you guys, I've been kind of, off the pod. I put in a future probably right when I quit the pod. Bills, Rams, Super Bowl exacta, and it paid $16,000. And that pass interference took my soul away last week. I think it was a bullshit call, but strictly because I was financially motivated for that to happen. But going into at that point, I was literally thinking, they scored Broncos, kick a field goal, or Prater kicks a field goal to send it to OT, and I was like, I have a real good shot at winning $16,000 because I do like the Rams in this matchup, but I think the Bills would have handled the Patriots. I don't know. Sorry to talk about me. I'm taking the Rams.
No, you would have taken BBL to the Super Bowl.
I did tell my parents, we're going to be in Florida. I was like, hey, I might leave and go to the Super Bowl if this is the matchup.
That's awesome. It isn't awesome because you got screwed on that call, and I
Could
agree
have
with
been
you.
awesome.
I think it was a BS call, but that could have been really amazing. What a snipe at that point in the season too. Damn. All right. Well, this is a first, maybe ever on the pod. We are all on the same sides in the NFL this week, so maybe 2 BBL locks of the week. Maybe parlay it. Maybe to make it a 2-legger. tease it a little bit. I don't know. We'll discuss.
Seattle money line.
It had Seattle money line into it.
I'm telling you.
BBL lock of the week: Rams plus 2.5, Seattle money line, Denver money line, plus 3,600. We just gave out free money.
Yeah, literally.
If you were handed the opportunity to turn 100 into 3,600, would you take it?
If you saw $3,600 laying on the ground, would you pick it up?
You gotta look in the mirror and ask yourself that.
Dude, I love this Broncos play. I can't talk about it enough. The lights are gonna be way too bright for Vrabel and that fraudulent Patriots team.
We're all over it. We're all over it. Go Broncos. Go Rams against the spread. I'm not on Seahawks winning the game. I can't trust Sam Darnold, but that would be fun if the Seahawks went. All right. We talked about a lot. We vented frustrations. But at the end of the day, we want Petzing to be the guy. Please be the guy. Please know what you're doing. Please call those plays.
Please come to my
Jet,
birthday.
Jet, it is Operation Get Petzing to Jet's 30th starts now. There's going to be a series. We're going to document our efforts to try to get Drew Petzing to Jet's 30th party. So if you're watching this on social media, everyone tag Drew Petzing.
Yeah, or if you know him or know his family.
Please.
Like, I do think it's probably going to happen, so you don't have to try too hard, because Adam did get Scott Constable before any other, big outlet picked him up. I think we could get Petzing if we got Constable.
We got ways, yeah. We got ways to find people. So, story of Scott Constable. We'll talk about it at some point on the pod.
We're gonna have a long off season.
All right. We're gonna have a lot of conversations. We're gonna get in, guys. We're bringing things back that we used to do. We're gonna have new segments, very creative things. We're gonna have fun this off season. So make sure. I've never said this before, but I feel like I need to start saying this in the videos. Like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe.
Please
I gotta start saying that more.
Hey, if you're still watching, please rewatch it again. Go watch the other one.
Just keep it running. Like, subscribe, send it to all of your friends, please. And we are gonna play Jet's outro music. September, Jet, what date? September
10th.
September 10th. It's Jet's 30th. It's going to be on repeat all night.